Imagine you are declaring this 4 hearts contract. North leads a 5 of hearts to dummy 6, South 7 and your 8. Plan your play. Be careful because majority of declarers got this one wrong. What they did was to finesse the 10 of spades. Unfortunately for them, the 10 of spades was offside and so was the king of clubs. That, along with the king of diamonds, meant that they went one down. On the other hand, what my partner did was to catch the ace of diamonds and play another diamond. When North turned up with the king of diamonds, the best the defenders could do was to cash out their spades, setting up our spade trick, which meant that we made our contract. Plus 10 imps to us. Note that they can't play on clubs first because we would be able to pitch a spade from hand under the queen of diamonds. Since most declarers chose the first line, does that mean that most players thought it was superior? Was partner's line just lucky? Let's have a look. The first line of play works whenever the 10 of spades is onside. Say South wins and returns a diamond. Declarer can let this run. If South has a king, the queen wins a trick and we make our contract. If North has a king, the queen will be established later. That, along with our established spade trick, means that we make our contract regardless of who holds the king of clubs. So South will return a club. You win this with the ace, draw another round of trumps, and exit with your spade. Whoever wins this trick, the best they can do is to take their king of clubs. And as clubs breaks 5-2 with the king having 5, you can pitch your diamond loser on the queen of spades. If the 10 of spades is with South and the king of clubs is offside, we will go down as South can simply return clubs. The opponents will always take 2 spades, 1 club and a diamond. If the king of clubs is onside though, we can still make our contract if we manage to get an extra trick in diamonds to pitch our club loser. South's best play would be to continue on spades, after which the best play for declarer would be to cash the ace and play the 10 out. It is equally likely for North to have the king or the jack, so there's no real difference in which honor we play them for. But I think it's kind of hard for them to duck with the king, so if North doesn't hop with the king, I would try to finesse them for the jack. If we lose to the jack with South, returning a club gives us our contract and returning a spade allows us a ruff and discard, which would also give us our contract. So South can only choose to return a diamond or heart. It doesn't really matter what they choose unless North started with double turn diamond and can ruff the diamond return. Otherwise, if they return a heart, our plan is to win in dummy and play on diamonds anyway. We can choose to roughing finesse a diamond or play for it to drop. Say they return a heart and we play on diamonds. If South covers with the king, well, we make our contract. Say South doesn't cover with the king. This means that they started with either jack small small, 3 cases, jack small small small, 1 case, king jack small small, 3 cases, or king jack small small small, 1 case. If they started with jack small small, we are never making a contract. On the surface, it looks like there are 4 cases to 1, but we also have to take into account restricted choice because the small pips don't matter. Both point towards playing for the roughing finesse. So all in all, we make whenever the 10 is onside, which is 50% of cases. And if not, when the king of clubs is onside and diamonds work, which is when North has a king, jack, or both of diamonds. Or South has both the king, jack of diamonds, which is all the time, barring North ducking with the king, which let's just say they manage to do it half the time, which is probably an overestimate, but let's just say this works 87.5% of the time. For simplicity's sake, let's ignore the bad breaks for now and do the same for the other line, also without taking the bad breaks into account. Overall, this line makes 50% plus 25% times 87.5% of the time, which is 61.875%. As for partner's line of play, he makes whenever he manages to get a diamond trick. The situation is slightly different from what we computed earlier. If North has just a king, he makes immediately barring the duck, which let's assign that probability as 50%. If North has a jack or both the king and jack, partner would make immediately. If South has both the jack and the king, then partner will need an extra entry to dummy in order to enjoy the diamond trick. This works if hearts break 2-2 or if the king of clubs is onside. Otherwise, South can simply return the club and the contract would go down. I will put the odds of hearts breaking 2-2 as roughly 50%, as I believe North either started with singleton or doubleton heart as it is highly unlikely that North led from a Queen 3 card hard suit. However, should South return a club, declarer now needs to make a decision. Does he play for the King of Clubs to be onside or for the hearts to be 2-2? Because to play for hearts to be 2-2, he would need to win this with the ace, cross over to dummy in hearts, and roughing finesse the diamond before crossing over in hearts again to pitch a spade. On the other hand, if hearts breaks 3-1, then rising the ace of clubs prematurely would mean that declarer can no longer make the contract. So despite there being about a 75% chance of the contract being makeable, in reality it's just 50%. So overall, this line of play works 75% of the time and is indeed superior to the other line, a well-deserved 10 names.